How to care for your fox nipple jewelry. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Fox Nipple Jewelry Resource Center. In this video, we're covering the basics of caring for your nipple jewelry, including how to clean it, how to store it, whether it can get wet, how to travel with it, and how long it may last. I'm keeping this lesson simple because the exact care for your jewelry needs, it depends on the metals, the stones, beads, coating, and other material used in the designs, right? They're all different. So first, how to clean your jewelry. After wearing your jewelry, just wipe it down with a clean cloth. Remove the body oil, sweat, makeup, lotions, and other residues that may have gotten on your jewelry. For a deeper cleaning, you can use a soft cloth and maybe like some light, mild soap and water and just gently, rinse it and damp it dry. If you do this route, just make sure you dry it completely. Do not soak your jewelry. Some designs may include, wire, beads, crystals, coating, adhesives. I mean, you just don't know. So different materials may react differently to water and cleaning products. So avoid harsh chemicals. Don't use no alcohol, no bleach, anything. Don't scrub them rough. These are handmade, so you always want to handle them with care. And while we're on that, I just want to point out, because this is intimate jewelry, you shouldn't be sharing pieces, you shouldn't be sharing them with other people. And if you do, make sure you properly clean them first, okay? These are on like our intimate parts of our body, and technically they're for individual use. I'm just gonna say that. All right, so these, they're kind of considered like a summer jewelry. You never know, you might be on a nude beach or something like that. I don't know, might want to show them off. Can they get wet? A small amount of water during cleaning usually, is fine, but that is completely different from wearing them and soaking them in a shower, pool, bath, or the ocean. I recommend removing your jewelry before bathing, swimming, exercising, or doing anything that exposes them to a lot of moisture. Okay. Again, water, sweat, chlorine, salt, lotions, all these type of products and things can cause some metals to tarnish, change colors. It may affect the beads, whatever coatings, whatever stones. Just, you want to stay away from those things. And this is just general this doesn't just apply to the nipple jewelry, right? This just applies to jewelry in general. Okay. Now, disclaimer, getting a piece wet does not automatically mean it's ruined. Just dry it thoroughly and, check for any changes or damages or anything like that. But it's not the end of the world. It's just best practice for longevity on your pieces is just to not get them wet. How to store it. Okay. How to store your jewelry. Make sure your jewelry is completely clean and dry before storing it. Again, these are best practices. These are not things that you have to do, right? But I am a jewelry maker and I know the best ways of keeping your jewelry in the best shape possible for the longest periods of time. So that's what this is, but you don't have to do any of these things. Okay. So you want to keep each piece in its own bag, a jewelry box, a soft pouch, or something like that. Storing them separately helps prevent scratching, tangling, bending, snagging. Be gentle with them. Like I said, they're delicate, they're handmade. So try not to like toss them into the drawer, your purse, your container, or with heavier jewelry. These pieces are adjustable, but repeated pressure can bend them out of shape. Okay. And a basic general rule when it comes to jewelry is store it in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight, humidity, like the bathroom or something like that. Okay. And if you want to get fancy, depending on the metals that you may get, like let's say if you have sterling silver, if you have pure bare copper or brass, you can also place an anti-tarnish strip inside of the bag or container. And yeah, that will help it, that will help it stop changing its natural colors over time. We all know like copper tends to develop a natural patina over time. Okay. How to travel with your jewelry. When traveling, again, just place each piece in a small protective bag or like a firm container or something like that. This just helps it from, getting scratched up, damaged, smashed, or bent or whatever from things in your suitcase. So, how long does your nipple jewelry last? Okay. There is no single expiration date on the nipple jewelry. How long it lasts, like all other pieces of jewelry, depends on the materials, how frequently you wear it, how tight you adjust it, how you clean it, how you store it, all of those things. With that said, a handmade adjustable piece like mine's lasts a long time when they're handled gently. However, consistently opening and closing, scratching, squeezing, reshaping the wire can eventually weaken it, and they can snap or break. Metals can also tarnish or change colors over time. That doesn't always mean the jewelry is damaged. In many cases, it's a normal reaction between the metal, air, moisture, and your individual body chemistry. And there are many metals, especially if they're pure metals, like copper, sterling silver, and things like that, that can easily be cleaned and, restore their shine. Now, I want to also say, stop wearing a piece if it develops sharp edges, if anything breaks, like some wires sticking out or something like that, if it has loose components, damaged coating, heavy corrosions, or anything like that, okay? You don't want anything on your body that could scratch or pinch you or irritate your skin. Okay, guys, so these are basic care tips that work as a starting point for most of your nipple jewelry, okay? But like I have repeated 1,000 times, different materials require different care. Copper doesn't behave exactly like stainless steel, right? Plated metals require different care from bare metals. Some crystals and beads can tolerate moisture, while others have to be kept dry. This is why I created my complete jewelry care guide. Inside the guide, I go deeper into cleaning, storing, protecting, and caring for different jewelry materials. It's just a helpful resource, you can return to instead of guessing what products or cleaning methods to use. You can find this jewelry guide linked in the description of this video or inside my resource section where I have my other products and things that I offer, my other helpful resources. And before you go, I also wanted to sincerely thank everyone who has supported the time and creativity that I put into creating this resource by leaving a tip or a donation. This Nipple Jewelry Resource Center is free because I wanted customers to have access to clear instructions to help them wear and care for their jewelry, more confidently. You are not required to pay for these videos, okay? But however, when you access the resources, you have the option to leave a tip or a donation. If you would like to compensate me for my time, experience, and creativity that went into making it, every contribution helps me continue creating helpful tutorials and adding new lessons to the Resource Center. So again, thank you. Whether you leave a tip, purchase one of my guides, share the resource, or simply support my handmade jewelry, I truly appreciate you. So make sure you watch the other videos in this Resource Center that will help, with adjusting, measuring, fitting, sizing, comfort, all of those things. And this will help you choose the right style that's right for you. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next video.